The Battle of Wattignies, fought on October 15 and 16, 1793, was a significant military confrontation during the War of the First Coalition, itself part of the larger French Revolutionary Wars. The engagement occurred near the village of Wattignies, located in the Nord department of northern France, and involved the French Army of the North under General Jean-Baptiste Jourdan opposing the Austrian forces led by Prince Josias of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld. The backdrop to this battle was the siege of Maubeuge, a vital fortress town situated near the French-Austrian frontier. Since late September 1793, the Austrian army, reinforced by units from Habsburg Netherlands, had been laying siege to Maubeuge, which was garrisoned by about 24,000 French soldiers. The Austrians, numbering around 60,000 including detachments positioned across various sectors, hoped to exploit the weakness of the French revolutionary armies, which were still undergoing rapid and often chaotic reorganization following the internal purges and political upheavals brought on by the Reign of Terror. To counter the siege, the National Convention in Paris, under pressure to protect revolutionary gains and territory, dispatched Carnot, a prominent member of the Committee of Public Safety and a key architect of military reform. Carnot, deeply involved in organizing the French armies, accompanied Jourdan to the front, bringing not only political authority but also strategic vision. The French assembled an army of roughly 45,000 men drawn from various regional units, hastily equipped and variably trained due to the levy en masse decreed earlier in 1793, which had conscripted thousands of civilians into the army. Despite being less professional than the Austrian soldiers, the French troops were motivated by revolutionary zeal and a sense of patriotic urgency. The terrain around Wattignies posed considerable challenges. It included wooded areas, hedgerows, and villages that could be fortified, favoring the defenders. On October 15, Jourdan began the assault with a multi-pronged attack against the Austrian positions. However, the initial French efforts met with stiff resistance. Poor coordination among the French columns, combined with the entrenched and well-prepared Austrian positions, led to high French casualties and minimal territorial gain. Key villages such as Durlers and Wattignies itself were fiercely defended. Carnot, frustrated with the disjointed effort, intervened more directly in operational planning, emphasizing concentration of force and clearer communication among units. On the second day of battle, October 16, the French altered their strategy. Jourdan and Carnot decided to focus their efforts on the Austrian right flank, particularly targeting the heights around Wattignies, which provided the enemy with a commanding view and artillery advantage. French troops under General Duquesnoy launched a determined assault, supported by artillery bombardment and reinforcements. After intense fighting marked by bayonet charges and house-to-house combat, the French managed to dislodge the Austrians from the village and the surrounding heights. The collapse of the Austrian right forced Prince Coburg to reconsider the viability of maintaining the siege. Facing growing French pressure and the risk of encirclement, he ordered a general withdrawal. The lifting of the siege of Maubeuge was a major psychological victory for the French Republic. While the Austrians were able to retreat in good order and avoided total defeat, the French had achieved their primary strategic objective, saving the fortress and halting the Austrian advance into northern France. The battle demonstrated the increasing effectiveness of the revolutionary armies, not necessarily due to superior training or experience, but because of improved organization, centralized command, and political determination. It also marked a turning point in the role of political leaders in military affairs, as Carnot's hands-on approach at Wattignies exemplified the new model of revolutionary war-making, where civilian officials directly influenced the conduct of battles. The victory helped to stabilize the northern front temporarily and contributed to the larger narrative of France resisting the monarchist coalitions encircling it. Though not decisive in ending the war, the Battle of Wattignies reaffirmed France's capacity to defend itself and project revolutionary fervor onto the battlefield.